That's time for a close this evening with leading actor and Jewish scholar Robert Rietty.
Over a century ago, Rav Nachman from the town of Bratslav once said, "You ask me about miracle workers? Let me answer you with a parable. A king once had 2 sons, one wise, the other foolish. He put the fool in charge of all his treasures. The wise son, on the other hand, wasn't given any position and just constantly sat beside the king. Now the people found this very difficult to understand. Here, the son who was totally devoid of wisdom was given all authority and had to be approached every time one wished to deposit or withdraw anything from the king's treasury. On the other hand, the wise son had no authority at all. The king answered, 'What is so great about dispersing money from an existing treasury? Any fool can do that. But my wise son sits beside me and uses his mind. Many times he comes up with a new idea that would never have occurred to me. He may tell me about lands I've never heard about and show me how to trade with their people and make allies. This is how I build up my treasury. But the foolish son doesn't do anything to add to my treasury. He merely expends what I already have. My wise son is therefore much more important than his brother, even if he has no direct authority, for he's the one responsible for acquiring the treasury in the first place.'"
Now, a quick run through the weather for you. Overnight, blustery, showery with a low of 5 degrees centigrade, that's 41 degrees Fahrenheit. Tomorrow, an improvement on today in that the sun will be out. Well, that's good news for a start. Fleetingly, it says, but 1 or 2 showers will merge to give longer outbreaks of rain. Mild again, although the blustery wind will make it feel rather cool. And I think the maximum tomorrow is about 7 degrees centigrade, so it's going to be fairly cool. Now then, time for us almost to go home, but to let you have a look at tomorrow's programmes, first of all, to play some music too. Tonight is very special music. Comes from a lady called Marty Webb, who you may know has just opened full-time in Evita. We wish her very well with that. I saw her recently in the Andrew Lloyd Webber Don Blank composition of Tell Me on a Sunday. We're going to play you the main track from the album. Night, night.
Don't write a letter when you want to leave. Don't call me at 3 a.m. from a friend's apartment. I'd like to choose how I hear the news. Take me to a park that's covered with trees. Tell me on a Sunday, please. Let me down easy, no big song and dance, no long faces, no long looks, no deep conversation. I know the way we should spend that day. Take me to a zoo that's got chimpanzees. Tell me on a Sunday, please. Don't want to know who's to blame. It won't help knowing. Don't want to fight day and night. Bad enough you're going. Don't leave in silence with no word at all. Don't get drunk and slam the door. That's no way to end this. I know how I want you to say goodbye. Find a circus ring with a flying trapeze. Tell me on a Sunday, please.
And as we say goodnight, a quick reminder, if you can still hear me, your set is not switched off properly. Do that immediately, please, and don't forget, pull that plug out of the socket.